Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. So today we're gonna discuss, this one is probably the worst. I wouldn't say the worst as in bad animation, bad story. No, this is probably the most psychotic and yet plot twisted show I could ever reviewed. So the name of the show is Mesu Saga Persona. Not Mesu Saga is in the country of India, but Mesu Saga Persona. This one contains at least about 7 or 6 chapters because they're like so short that they couldn't be able to do it in like 6 or 7 separate chapters, so they might as well just compile it into one big episode. Unfortunately, while it's fortunate that it is uncensored, the unfortunate part is it is only one episode. Again, I think it's due to the fact that there's like 7 chapters and compile it into one gigantic episode. That is probably why. But anyways, with now for context, oh my goodness, where should I even begin? So there's this like newlywed couple who has been married for over a year, but there's a dark side to this marriage. Now we have Yummi. Now the next thing is that we never knew the husband's name. They just call him Mr. Husband for some reason. And then we have Yummi. Yummi is the wife of Mr. Husband. She's like a housewife and she takes care of the household, while Mr. Husband here is going to work and bringing in the cash. Now this is where the dark side starts. She's an AV. Now for those who don't know what an AV is, basically she's like this corn star, and she's very popular apparently according to her director, because the apparent reason is that she is in some sort of debt that she needs to repay, and she's using the videos that her and the guy she's doing the videos with is being popular. And he's telling her, well, listen, we have another video coming up soon, so I would like you to really pick up the pace. And she's like scared that she might be found out by Mr. Husband that she is cheating on him. But this is where it gets interesting. He tells her, well, listen, you don't need to worry about it. This is like very common and there's nothing to worry about. So for the next video, chop chop. So they meet in the park and she lies to her husband and tells him, listen, I'm gonna hang out with some friends. I'm going in the bar to have a couple drinks and I'll be back soon. He says, okay, cool. So little does he know, well, I would like to think that he knows what she's up to, because apparently she went to meet the guy who's doing the videos, and she meets him with another guy, because apparently the guy who she's gonna do it with is not the director, is going to be with someone else, because they already did it in the first episode, as you guys can see. Well, as you guys will see in this clip. And also, while they did that, she's walking her way like towards home, and halfway through the park, she sees her husband popping out of nowhere from the bushes. And she's like, well, what are you doing here? And this is where he realized what was happening. So he gets upset because he found out that she was doing videos. This is not PG-13. This is 18 plus type of videos with different men. And of course, as he's doing it with his wife while he's literally watching the video. Apparently this is like VHS tapes or some shit. This is where it gets really interestingly psychotic. After he's done with her, she's like, okay, she apologized and she confessed, and then she even brought up on the table that she would like to have a divorce. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, she's like, okay, well, listen, I understand where you're coming from. Don't worry. Even I have a dark side. Even I have something to confess. So this is where the guy pulls up. And he's like, well, Mr. Husband, what do you think? And he's like, well, man, I have never been this excited in years. And she's like confused, genuinely confused. And she's like, okay, what is going on here? So he's like, well, apparently, this is the director speaking. So he's like, well, listen, Yummi, your husband here is a CUCK, and he's very much the catalyst of all of this. He's the one who decide that, hey, do this for me, and I'ma act it out. Not gonna lie, when I first saw this, I was like genuinely feeling bad for him. But when he revealed his true colors, when that mask fell off, I was like, that is crazy. Talk about a plot twist. What the hell? But anyways, that is the end of the context. So without further ado, let's get right into this.
告白します。あなたとお見合い結婚して1年。私にはあなたに秘密にしているもう一つの顔があります。それは決してあなたに知られてはいけない本当の私の姿。ねえ、あなた？
ん？どうした？
ダメだ、言えるわけない。今日夕方から雨降るらしいから傘持って行って。
ああ、ありがとう。じゃあ行ってくる。
行ってらっしゃい。もしもあなたが本当の私を知ってしまったら、こんなこといつまでも隠し通せるわけないのは分かってるの。それでも私は。
なあ、この前のビデオ、あれすごく好評なんだぜ。やっぱエロいよな、ユミッチは。俺の新作頼んで正解だったよ。
矢部くん、あまり言わないで。恥ずかしいよ。
何言ってんだよ、あんなにエロエロになっちゃって。この調子で次のも頼むな。旦那に知られるのが怖くなったのか？
これ以上こんなこと続けてたらまたあの頃の自分に戻っちゃう。
戻る？お前はあの頃のままだよ。いろんな男のチンポを加え込んでたあの頃とな。
そんなことない。
その証拠に俺の持ちかけた AV 出演の話にすぐに乗ってきただろう。
それは借金を返すために。
本当にそれだけか？お前は一本のペニスで満足できるような女じゃないんだから、無理なんだって。
私どうしたら？
自分の心に従えばいいんだよ。それじゃまた次が決まったらメールするから。
今日は友人との食事会があるとあなたに嘘をついて近所にある大きな公園にやってきました。露出アダルトビデオを撮るために。お待たせしました。
お、来たなユミッチ。こちら男優のイーグル加藤さん。
よろしくユミさん。
よろしくお願いします。
それじゃ撮影の準備できてるから場所移動して早速始めようか。
はい。夕食は用意しておきましたのでレンジで温めて食べてくださいね。
ああ。
帰りはそんなに遅くならないと思いますので行ってきますね。もうこれで何本目になるんだろう。回を重ねるたびにあなたへの罪の意識は次第に薄れて、興奮と喜びに体が満たされていく。この感覚に逆らえなくなっていくの。
よーし、この辺りなら人も来ないしいいんじゃないか。
オッケ
ー。どうしよう、思ったより遅くなっちゃった。早く帰らないと。
ユミ。
あなたどうして ここに。
ユミ。
このカメラの他に隠しカメラを数台仕込んどきましたから、いい作品になりますよ。
どういうこと？
実はお前のこと AV に誘ったの彼に頼まれたからなんだよ。旦那さん、ユミッチの AV 見て興奮しちゃう変態なんだってさ。
こんなに高ぶったのは初めてだよ。
あなた。
ユミ、もう一つの顔を持っているのは君だけじゃないんだよ。
Alright folks, that seems to be the end of the clip. Now I must say, this was some criminal mastermind type shit. This was diabolical work right here, because when I first saw this, I was like really feeling bad for the husband. I'm like, wait, why is she doing this? Did she do it because she was forced to? Did she do it because she was willing? But because at first it felt like she was being forced, but over time she was like drowning herself in lust. So she no longer cared at that point. She didn't even care if she was found out or not. But what really caught her off guard is the fact that the husband was the whole instigator the whole time. I was like, hey, yo, that is fucking wild, my G. And I was like, nah, not gonna lie. She was like this, like shell-shocked. She was like confused, a little bit of disappointment. She had that expression like she's defeated. How could she be with someone like married over a year, and then all of a sudden she felt guilty at first when she was doing all of this, and now that she finds out that the husband was the one who was entertaining it and indulging in such behavior, is what made her question her whole morality and even sanity. My honest thoughts on this is that I really enjoyed the plot twist. This is probably one of the first NTRs that I can definitely say that this plot twist was definitely something that was not expected. Secondly, the fact that it was uncensored, really a chef's kiss right there. You've ever watched a show that you'd be like, okay, it's gross, yes, disgusting, maybe, immorally bad, but I would like to find out what happens next. This is one of these shows that will make you wonder, where would it lead to next, or how does it end? Will it end with those two just drowning themselves in pleasure, or will he be doing it with other women, or will she just continue doing her own thing, or will the husband start watching live and direct ultra 8K HD? These are like questions that will pop in your mind, and you'll be like, okay, where, how, why? You know, I think this was one of the best I've seen in a long time. The animation was top notch, even though it may look like a low budget anime, but I have to say, the only reason why I watch these types is because of the baddies. Not gonna lie, they be outdoing themselves with the baddies. I don't care about, well, I don't really, not that I don't care, it's just that I don't really take too much heed into the sex scenes. Again, I can completely overlook it, but it's the plot twist, the cliffhangers, the show, the subplots, and the way these females be looking exquisite. But anyways, guys, that is the end of it. Solid 7 out of 10, even though it's one episode, but it is uncensored. So if you guys gonna check it out, feel free. The source will be on the title. And thank you again so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, have a good one and peace out. Oh, and also I do see here that you got a lot of non-subscribe have been watching my content, so feel free to subscribe. I mean, shit, it's free. Don't forget to hit that notification bell for more content, as you will be notified when I upload a new video. And until then, peace out.